What is going on, everybody? This is Slick from Breaking the Clutch, and today I'm back with another awesome Halo Wars 2 video. This is a game that Uncut, Dirty Dan, and I played against Oni, Dark Mage, and T2's Protege. All these guys are top 20 players for certain. Awesome all-around guys, and I've played with basically all of them at least 5 times at this point. So we ran into each other a lot on the ladder. So this game is going to exemplify perfectly what can go, or how do you recover from a situation that goes absolutely wrong in the opening of a game. So Frontier, on this map, there's one mini base slot on the back of each team side, and then 2 mini base slots in the middle of the map. This calls for absolute craziness. As you're going to see here, I'm going to immediately choke. You're going to see it. So I send my Marine out there immediately. This is what you should always do on this map. Frontier, always send your infantry unit out there the first thing you do before you do anything else. But what I could have done here, you're going to see my leader power sitting there. I didn't get cut or raid. That is a damn rookie-ass mistake. I was like, you know, I just got to get there. T2, being really quick to the draw, having some serious experience with Halo in general. He's just on top of his skills. You can see, then I get raided. I'm like, God damn it, that is such a choke. I definitely could have got that quicker. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to move over and just kind of see. You just want to check both mini base slots on this map. Make sure. And as I confirmed, it took me forever to get there, so Oni officially has that one as well. So things are already looking bad. Of course, we got Uncut going immediately for his mini base, so he's going to get his chopper stopper pump rolling out very quickly. Dirty Dan usually expos on maps like this, but in particular, all three of us are going to be in a terribly slow position just because we're just not going to have a consistent pump of units. So far, so good for us. Am I right? We're already looking absolutely terrible, but that's okay. So I got all 3 of my Marines here in the middle. Essentially, look at that. Say Protege immediately jumps out with that with the vortex and just immediately melts, say, half my army. And I'm just sitting there cursing myself. I actually remember doing that, and just like immediately I'm like, God damn it, he's starting to kill my entire force, so I'm in a really bad position. I don't know about using the vortex that early in the game, especially on Marines. It's not necessarily the most ideal situation as a player because you need that vortex for, say, choppers later on. You could also wait until my Marine force is maybe like 5-6 Marines instead of just 3. Say that you'd get a much better pickup, but that's one of my recommendations for early game. As you're going to see here, I'm just going to start skirting around. So we're not looking good. You guys know that. They have literally 2 more mini bases than us. We are not looking in. We're just in a terrible situation overall. Dirty Dan has opted for an expo as soon as possible, which is great. So that means he can double pup Atriox choppers. That's going to be helpful, but I'm still single basing. So what I do is I decide to opt in for mostly Marines into Flamers, and then just go off my 1 barracks. Now, what you need to do on this map is if they start taking, get this little help from a sentinel there. What you do on this map is if the enemy takes both those nodes, you need to collect all of your starting infantry units together in one spot. Even if it's scouts, even if without scouts, then you immediately start pushing up and you team shot each mini base until it falls. You cannot do anything else first on this map. You will just lose in production, you'll lose in army size, and it will just not be good for you in general. So of course we're going to look here, and I'm going to take a look and see what kind of army comp they do. This is one thing, you guys, you didn't know that. Pretty common knowledge, but if you hit start, you can see officially what each color is representative with each leader. As you're going to see here, we Uncut, Dirty Dan, and I are all conglomerate in the middle. I just got grenades, so I'm just going to find those choppers and just kind of nade the absolute hell out of them. As you're going to see here, I'm just going to start pushing all of our units here. We did a great job pushing back light or teal here. T2 is going to have to retreat because there are just too many units here from the red team. So as you're going to see, we got engineers kind of rolling in as well. All the scout units, everything is collective. We're actually going to drop this fairly quickly. T2 also never opted to put anything on that. I don't know if I agree with that. You know, say even if you drop a supply pad as quickly, or a harvester, as quickly as possible, you can have a much better chance at surviving. Now, of course, this is one of the most important engagements of the game here. They're going to push out and challenge us. I need every single grenade to connect with these choppers. Even with shields, even with the engineer shield support, a nade on each chopper is going to put us at an extreme advantage, especially with all of our units here conglomerated in the middle. As you can see here, I'm starting to surround all of T2's units. Poor T2, I don't want to do this to you, man, but you're going to lose basically every chopper. And then, of course, we have a couple other units here out from light blue, all choppers, all grunts in the middle of the map. So, of course, we still have the more sizable army, so we're just going to try to keep the control going, move around, and just keep taking out the mini bases. Just because they don't have them, it's still going to put us in a better spot. We want to make it as even as possible. Once again, guys, as you can see, I'm just constantly moving back there. Great vortex there from Uncut. Excellent job. I'm just going to nade the absolute hell out of those. And of course, we are officially at a spot where we can take back this mini base as they just repurchased it. Now, the second we drop this mini base, we need to make a call, okay? Oh, great Vortex here had a T2 as well. It's going to stun a lot of units, but there's nothing there to support. You only want to use Vortex, guys, when you have other enemy units, or I'm sorry, other friendly units to support and drop those enemy units that are then stunned. There's no point to use Vortex otherwise, because Vortex isn't used to kill units. It's used to stun them, hurt them a lot, but it doesn't really do anything unless you say it's a full pop or like a 10 grunt stack, unupgraded grunts, unupgraded infantry, and then that's it. Then they'd all melt to Vortex. But in this one scenario, he didn't hit all my infantry units. None of my infantry units died. There were no supporting friendly units for T2, so he basically just burned that Vortex there, and he's just putting himself in a tough situation. As you can see, I buy the mini base here in order to give myself a little bit better pump in production. I've just got enough power here, so that way I can go right into Tech 2. And I'm going to continuously just keep all my massed units here together collectively on top of all of our units at the same time, controlling the middle and constantly pushing the other team back. We are still in an even state, I'd say, but we did manage to kill almost all of their army units, which puts us a little bit ahead overall. And all we're doing here is just constantly just making sure we get control of the middle. Say we're just moving back and forth, constantly monitoring all the units, seeing what's going on. Uncuts come with me. Dirty Dan staying on the left side, going through the middle, just holding off everything. Dirty Dan has a massive force of choppers. I don't know if you see that there, but there is a massive force of choppers coming out of him. A bunch of engineers out of blue here, but all it takes is a couple nades and it'll drop, even if you are colony, even if you have NG Swarm. Oni, you're not going to survive this base, man. It is going to drop. And we're going to see a lot of craziness here as I tech in to get into the Tech 2 stage. I throw down another barracks right away in a second generator to get the power flow. And what I do is I start making choppers, because that is my next immediate threat, is just to basically silence all the chopper play from the enemy team. Now, as you can see, once again, Dirty Dan's going to back up, keep all of his units alive. We're going to push out, get power node control as best we can. Want to take away their vision of the map, want to take away their production from that power node collection that they have, and just continue to surge in the little bit of lead we do have. So as you can see here, we start collecting everything together as well, all of our unit squads. It's so crucial, especially when you're playing against all these chopper players, guys, to keep every single one of your units together. Doesn't matter, I don't care, all three different armies that you have, they need to stay collectively together, or else you're not going to win every engagement. And this is just basically guaranteeing us a better engagement. Of course, my right bumper is slightly broken there, so you can see my entire army does pull back to get that power node, and I just meant to send one. But that's okay. Our army size is so ridiculously big right now that there is not much that they can do. Of course, I haven't seen any anti-infantry out of either player from the blue side. So I'm just going to continue to push out and just collectively get ODST as well. Push on the turrets and just keep making it. Of course, I am full pop. Oh my god, uncut there with the siphon. But of course, the Hunter's brand will do a number, but the NG shield does manage to make it so I only lose one single unit. And you're going to see also here, great Vortex here from T2 after all of my units are one-shot. I did lose about 15 supply there in units. And actually continues to drop as I'm saying that. But luckily I have enough mini base and base production here that I can just constantly make a couple extra Cyclops to deal with the choppers and Reavers. Because that's the biggest threat right now, is just saving the engineers. And then of course keep my units in bulwark here from Dirty Dan. We're just going to keep ourselves in a great position overall. Here, I'm going to trap the Reavers here, but they drop a bulwark of their own. I'm going to back up. Some Banshees start rolling in, which is kind of a threat, but not really because of all the Marines that I will have. And of course my supply is coming in real nice right now, and I'm immediately at full pop again after losing all those units due to leader powers. So just because of the cutter production here and cutter Marine speed, it's just going to be extremely beneficial to just keep pumping out my units as much as possible. We're going to start focusing the raid camp here. It's about, say, 8 minutes into the game, and so much craziness has happened in the initial engagements that is just how it is. So as you can see, guys, what happened was when we lost complete control of the middle map, we were too slow in the beginning. Didn't get out there. I didn't get raid because I was just a huge amateur rookie choke. What happened was we just started collecting all of our infantry units together, even though they got vortexed, even though leader powers got burned. Then we started pulling in scouts, and then we had to challenge that middle map in order to take control of the game. Even though we didn't get complete control in the beginning and our initial plan completely failed, we still managed to, say, pull out this extreme lead, and we're just going to continue our production in units, continue this attack here on Oni's base, and actually that's T2's base, on T2's base, and then we're going to put ourselves in a great spot for the rest of the game. So here we are, we officially taking a lead there on T2. T2's main did drop. T2's bases were eliminated, so he was dropped out of the game. T2 is also, like I said, guys, a great player. I've been running a lot of games with him lately. Absolutely love his play style in general, with especially with Decimus or Atriox. So it's pretty impressive that we were able to at least, say, get all of our units together, tackle them, take everything down as much as possible. and then just continue on with, say, any other situation. I think one thing that T2 did need to work on for sure was that initial vortex, just using that, say, in a better situation instead of just on my 3 Marines, even though we did kill all of them. It definitely would have been much more helpful in that secondary engagement. Maybe playing a little more passive as well out of these guys. If they would have just had the middle map control, kept doing what they were doing, they might have been in a much better spot. But all in all, guys, great plays out of these guys, great plays out of our team as well. And this is going to put us in the lead enough so that way we take over this game. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this gameplay was a little bit exciting to you. Of course, high-level champion gameplay is something that I am going to be trying to upload a lot more. As you can see, this is a lot of there's a lot of cutter plays coming out of me in the channel lately. Expect some banished plays coming soon as well. I'm talking Colony, I'm talking Decimus. I got a little bit of everything on my hard drive, so I'm just gonna keep uploading everything. Once again, guys, I played with Uncut and Dirty Dan from the Discord. I always get in touch with these guys whenever I'm available. If I need someone to play with, I always run games with people on the Discord. So when you get the chance, hop into the channel description and check out the Discord and follow the server. There's a lot of different conversations. You can find other players, you can talk to us directly, you can talk about videos, whatever you want to do. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Slick from Breaking the Clutch, and we'll see you guys next time.